Now stand by for stations with emergency, priority, or types of traffic. Call now or you may break in any time. Alright, nothing heard. We'll start off by taking check-ins from our short time and mobile stations first, and then we'll take check-ins for our anyone with announcements, HF reports, traffic reports, weather reports, and then we'll take check-ins from any new licensed hams for visiting stations from mainland or abroad or our neighboring islands. And then we'll take check-ins from our low-power and portable stations, 8 watts or less. And then we'll take general check-ins by repeater thereafter. So if you're short time mobile would like to check in, please call now there, Bula.
Alpha Hotel 6, Victor Golf, Joe, on the 9-8, short of time, no traffic. Thanks, Todd. A86VG.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Mike Echo Lima. This is Mal on the 9-8. Short of time, no traffic. Thanks for taking the net, WH6MEL.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Bravo Zulu, Will, India, Bernard.
Repeater.
Short time, no
I have no traffic.
Thanks,
Todd, for taking the net. This is WH6BZ.
Whiskey Hotel 6 India, Bob, no traffic on the 86 tonight, WH6I.
Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Romeo Kilo, Joe, short of time, no traffic. Thanks, Todd, WH6GRK.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Echo Charlie Golf Evan on the 680, shorter time, no traffic. Thanks, Todd, WH6ECG.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Romeo Tango. This is Doug. I'm on the 86 tonight. Thanks, Todd, for taking the net. Short on time, no traffic, WH6GRT.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Hotel Bravo Charlie, this is Corey. No traffic. Thank you for taking the net, Todd. Whiskey Hotel 6, Hotel Bravo Charlie, I'm on the 88.
Corey, what's the last three letters of your call? Is it Golf Bravo Charlie or Hotel Bravo Charlie? Over.
Hotel Bravo Charlie. Thank you, Todd.
Roger, Roger. Let me make sure I have it here, and I'll start reading down the list. All right, I don't know what happened to Bulla. He's usually the first one every night. But let's start off with the person who did make it in first tonight. Alpha Hotel 6 Victor Golf, Joe on 9-8 with no traffic. And then Whiskey Hotel 6 Mike Echo Lima, Mel on the 9-8 no traffic. And then we had a perfect double, but I got them both. Whiskey Hotel 6 Bravo Zulu, Will, and one of our net controllers, Kilo Hotel 6 Mike Oscar India, Bernard, both with no traffic. And then we had another net controller, Whiskey Hotel 6 India, Bob on the 86 no traffic. And then we had Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Romeo Kilo, Joe with no traffic. And then from the Wentworth side, we had Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Charlie Golf, Evan on the 6-8 with no traffic. And then Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Romeo Tango, Doug on the 86 no traffic. And then last but not least, we have Corey, Whiskey Hotel 6 Hotel Bravo Charlie. All right, let's move on. Let's do another round of short time mobile. If you're short time mobile, like to check in, please call now.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Tango Sierra Whiskey, moving on the 860 machine this night with my 5-watt HT. Have no traffic. Thank you for taking the net. This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Tango Sierra Whiskey.
All right, at 1937 HFT, this is WH6DW up here with the ERC Nightly Net. And I'd like to acknowledge Whiskey Hotel 6, Tango Sierra Whiskey. Ruben on the 86, all the way from the leeward side of the island with no traffic, good signal. Thanks a lot there, Ruben. All right, let's move on. Do we have anyone with announcements, HF reports, traffic reports, weather reports, solar reports? How about a surf report? Please call now.
K86LK, surf report.
India 5, Victor, Whiskey, Echo, Wade. I don't have an announcement, but can you put me down on the round table, please?
K86LK, surf report.
All right, make sure I have it here. Next control, like to acknowledge Kilo Hotel 6 Lima Kilo, Perry. And did I hear you correctly? You got a surf report?
Roger, K86LK.
All right, you're number one on the list there. There was another station that started their call. Well, they started talking and then they got ran over. And then I heard Wade. Wade, can you come back with your call and whether you have traffic or not?
Kilo India 5, Victor, Whiskey, Echo. I just had a question. You can put me down on the round table. Kilo India 5, Victor, Whiskey, Echo.
All right, next show I'd like to acknowledge Kilo India 5, Victor, Whiskey, Echo. No problem there, Wade. Got you down. Number 2 for the round table. And questions are okay. Not a problem, so. All right, let's move on to newly licensed hams or visiting station mainland or abroad or neighboring islands. Joe, Stan, Bob, Paul. I think Joe went back to the mainland, so any one of you folks, come on in.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Charlie Yankee Delta, Joe, Pukalani, Maui on the 6-8, no traffic. Good evening, Todd.
This is Kilo Hotel 6, Hotel Golf Stan on the 8-8, no traffic. Mahalo there, Todd for taking the net, have a good week. And yes, Bob moved, he's back in the mainland in Wisconsin, nice place. K688J.
All right, I gave it a good long pause of cause there at 1940 HST. This WH6TWF here with the ERC Nightly Net. And I'd like to acknowledge Whiskey Hotel 6, Charlie Yankee Delta Joe on the 6-8 with no traffic, great signal. And then we had Stan, Kilo Hotel 6, Hotel Golf on the 8-8 machine, great signal with no traffic, both from Maui. So let's move on to low power and portable stations 8 watts or less. Please call now.
This is Whiskey Hotel Delta Romeo Quebec. Juliet Golf, Ronald.
Richard
on the 860
Diamond Head.
I have no traffic tonight. You have a good evening. WH6RJG.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Hotel Bravo Romeo. This is Dario on the 86 repeater. I got no traffic tonight. Thanks for taking the net, Todd. WH6HBR.
Kilo Hotel 6 India, this is Mike on the 6-8. No traffic, Todd. Thanks for doing the net. K86I.
November 0 Sierra Echo X-ray, Joshua on the 8-6, short time, no traffic, doing the net, and your SEX.
Good evening, Todd. WH6GUH. Kilo India 5, Victor, Whiskey, Echo, Wade, Wahiwa, no traffic. Thanks for doing the net tonight, Todd. Kilo India 5, Victor, Whiskey, Echo.
This is Alpha Hotel 6 Mike Uniform, Bob in Makiki. Good evening, Todd, and to the rest of the net. I currently have no traffic. AH6MU.
Alpha Hotel 6, Whiskey India, Carl 86 from Salt Lake. No traffic. AH6WI. Thanks, Todd.
This is November 1, Victor Alpha, Rich on the 9-8 tonight, no traffic, N1VA.
Right, I gave it a good long pause of cause here. Let me reset. All right, that time we start off with a double. One station, I heard them say Whiskey Hotel, and then they got ran over by Whiskey Hotel 6 Romeo Juliet Golf Ronald on the 86 no traffic. The station that started off our round, the Whiskey Hotel 6 station, please come back and give us your full call and your name.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Delta India Quebec. Richard on the Diamond Head repeater, no traffic.
All right, well, thanks a lot there, Richard. Sometimes that happens. The stronger station wins. Whiskey Hotel 6, Delta India Quebec. Richard on the 88 with no traffic. Whiskey Hotel 6, Romeo Juliet Golf. Ronald with no traffic. Whiskey Hotel 6, Hotel Bravo Romeo. Dario with no traffic. Kilo Hotel 6 India, Mike with no traffic. Thanks a lot there, Mike. November 0, Sierra Echo X-Ray, Joshua with no traffic. Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Uniform Hotel, Denny with no traffic on the 9-8. Alpha Hotel 6 Mike Uniform, Bob with no traffic. Alpha Hotel 6 Whiskey India, Carl on the 86 with no traffic. And November 1, Victor Alpha, Rich on 98 with no traffic. But let me go back to Kilo India 5, Victor Whiskey Echo. Wade, you want me to take you off the list for the round table? Is that what you're telling me on your second check-in? Over.
Kilo India 5, Victor Whiskey Echo, negative. I was just checking in. Sorry, I didn't know if my first check-in counted as a check-in, so I was just checking in how I normally do. Apologies about that. Kilo India 5, Victor Whiskey Echo.
Oh, not a problem there, Wade. You'll learn. We all do. We all start somewhere, so thanks a lot. I still got you on the round table. Your number 2 will be back with you shortly. All right, so our last check-in was Rich. Let's do one more round of low-power and portable stations, 8 watts or less. Please call now.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Tango Echo, Brian and I, Aya, on the 88. Put me down for the round table, Todd. Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Tango Echo.
Alrighty, at 1947 HST, this WH60WF here with the ERC Nightly Net. And I'd like to welcome back Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Tango Echo. Brian, and I got you number 3 for round table. Welcome back to America. Yeah, I bet you're going to mention all your travels. I hope so. Anyway, thank you very much. Let's start taking check-ins by repeater. General check-ins, that is. We'll start off with a repeater closest to me and moving clockwise. We start off with a Diamond Head repeater, the 146.880. If you're on that machine and like to check in tonight, please call now.
Alpha Hotel 6 Hotel. Vic, thanks for control station there, Todd. Take care. This is AH6H.
All right, I gave it a good long pause to cause there. I did pick up Alpha Hotel 6 Hotel Bula. And yeah, I know it's like having to hurry up and rush and get all the groceries upstairs. But got you in here. Thank you very much for checking in there, Bula. Alpha Hotel 6 Hotel on the 88 machine. And there was another station, but all we heard was their Roger beep. No audio came through. Just a reminder, the PL tones are 88.5, so you might program the right frequency, but sometimes you got the wrong PL tone and your voice just doesn't make it in. So we'll give you time to straighten it out and try again, or try a different repeater or more power. But it sounded like the Roger beep was very strong, so it could be just a minor hiccup with the PL tone. So let's move on to the downtown repeater. Let's go downtown to the Frank Bosch Municipal Building, the 146.980, right across from the Board of Water Supply. If you're on the downtown repeater, you'd like to check in, please call now.
Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Whiskey Uniform, Steve on the 98, no traffic, W86GWU.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Yankee Delta, Christian and Pearl City on the 98. Got no traffic, Todd. Thanks for the net, WH6GYD.
Alrighty, at 1951 HST, this is WH6 DWF here with the ERC Nightly Net, and I'd like to acknowledge the following stations. Starting off that round was one of our other net controllers, Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Whiskey Uniform. Stephen on 98 with no traffic, all the way from the airport. Thank you very much. I was out there today. Then we had Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Yankee Delta Christian on 98. And you sound really good on 9.8 there, Christian, so maybe you're speaking a little bit closer to Mike. I don't know. But you sound great. Thank you very much for checking in. And that Ed Fong antenna is working great. Let's move on to the leeward side of the island, or the west side. That'd be the 146.860. Did I say it right? 146.860 machine. If you're on that machine, like to check in, please call now.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf Romeo Oscar, Allen out Never Beach on the 86. No traffic tonight. Thank you, Todd. WH6GRO. This is Kilo Hotel 6, Tango Oscar Delta. Todd, the other Todd on the 86, the mighty 86. No traffic tonight, Todd. Thank you. K86TOD.
Well, there's some hams that fall back on their level of training. I'd like to acknowledge Whiskey Hotel 6 Golf Romeo Oscar Allen on the 86 with no traffic, and Kilo Hotel 6 Tango Oscar Delta Todd on the 86, the mighty 86 with no traffic. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now we'll go out to the North Shore. We've got Peacock Flats Kahuku, the 146.760. PL tone still 103.5 for the time being. It will be changed to 88.5 shortly. I haven't been given an exact date yet, but it's going to be happening soon. And the Kahuku machine, the 146.900, that one, the PL tone is 88.5. And I usually count on WH7D to let me know which ones are working. So if you're on the North Shore, I'd like to check in, please call now.
This is WH7D. I'm coming through the Peacock Flats repeater, transmitting to that, and listening on the 900. So I guess they're both working, kind of. So yeah, no other traffic. WH7D.
This is Alpha Hotel 6, Mike Uniform, rechecking on the 7-6. Similar thing, like Terry there, I'm listening on the 9-8 and transmitting on the input of the 7-6. No traffic, A86MU, recheck.
All right, net control acknowledged. Whiskey Hotel 7 Delta. Perry, transmitting on the 7-6 and receiving on 900. Probably one of the few hams out there needs a radio, does dual watch or has to have two radios. And then I heard Bob, 86MU. Yeah, Bob, it's probably not good you do that because it stresses out the other machines, so just giving you a heads up. But I did hear you. A lot of static, though, but very manageable. Thank you very much for checking in. And I can only count you once. Anyway, let's go to the windward side of the island. They utilize the Wamanel machine, the 146.680. If you're on that machine, call now. They're Joe, Tim, and Randy.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf, Papa Zulu, Joe and Connie on the 680, no traffic. Mahalo, Mr. Todd, W86, GPZ.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf Zulu Papa, Tim and Kailu on the 680, no traffic. Thank you, Todd. WH6GZP.
Kilo Hotel 7, Echo Hotel, Randy and Kaneohe on the 680 repeater, no traffic, KH7EH.
All right, at 1956 HST, this is WH6DWF here with the ERC Nightly Net, and I'd like to acknowledge these predictable stations. Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf Papa Zulu, Joe. Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf Zulu Papa, Tim. Kilo Hotel 7, Echo Hotel, Randy. All with good signals, all with no traffic on the 6-8 machine. So what we'll do is, any repeater, any mode, anyhow, 2 cans of string would do. Please call now. All right, nothing heard, but after the round table portion of this net, I'll call for more check-ins. So tonight we got 4, count me, I'll always do the weather report, but let's start off with Perry. Kilo Hotel 6 Lima Kilo with a surf report. I just happened to throw that out there today. I didn't think anyone would take me serious on it, but anyway. We went from, well, you know what? I don't want to steal your thunder there, Perry. Go ahead with your surf report.
Todd, K86LK. High surf advisory for north and west facing shores of Niihau, Kauai, Oahu, Molokai, and the north facing shores of Maui and west facing shores of the Big Island. Along the north facing shore, surf of 18 to 22 feet tonight, lowering to 12 to 16 feet on Tuesday. Along west facing shore, surf 14 to 18 feet tonight, lowering to 8 to 12 feet on Tuesday. So just be ready for some moderate conditions in the ocean. Strong breaking waves and strong current will make swimming dangerous. And if you are in doubt, do not go out. Yeah. Oh, and then we'll throw in the first annual Pearl Harbor Surf Report. Northwest, east, and south shores, all flat. And the Lake Wilson Surf Report, we're going to have waves tomorrow to 5 to 6 feet. We're importing some sumo wrestlers in. They're going to jump off the Cam Highway Bridge, and then by the size of these guys, we'll have some waves to surf in there. So back to you, Todd. Give me a second at the end of the roundtable, and I'll make an announcement. K86LK. Thanks, Todd.
Wow, you weren't kidding about a surf report. I couldn't have done that. Nowhere near. I'm going to refer you to my buddies over at K-Rock. I'm sure they could use an alternate for surf reports over there. Yes, that was very, very good. And yes, I love the one about the sumo wrestlers. Yeah, that probably would make some pretty good waves across Lake Wilson. Although it's got a lot of bends and turns, but it'll probably scare the fish down to the other end of the lake, and all those guys sitting there waiting and just be landing them one after another. So, good deal, good deal. And yes, I will call back on you after my weather report. So, let's move on. Number 2 tonight, Kilo India 5, Victor Whiskey Echo, Wade. And I believe he had a question for the net. Go ahead there, Wade. The mic is yours.
Kilo India 5, Victor Whiskey Echo. I don't know if I should wait for Perry because he might be able to answer my question. So I'll wait to see if Perry answers the question. If not, go ahead and come back to me, please, if you don't mind. Kilo India 5, Victor Whiskey Echo.
All right, I think you're going to ask about the 29th. Yeah, when I come back to Perry, he can give you all that info. Right across from the Miliani post office. Yep. All right, number 3 tonight, Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Tango Echo. Brian. And welcome back to the stage there, Brian. What do you got for the net? And any new recordings on your YouTube channel? That was my question. Over to you there, Brian. Good evening, and thank you very much for checking in. All right, let me try it one more time. Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Tango Echo, WH6ETE. Brian, your turn. You're up. At bat.
What an idiot. I grabbed the wrong microphone. All right, so I wanted to do two things this evening. One was spread some awareness and ask a question. There was a magnitude 7.0 earthquake down in New Zealand, the southern part of New Zealand. No tsunami warning, advisory, watch, or threat to the Hawaiian Islands, but you know, you always have to ask yourself, are you ready right here, right now? And the second part of my roundtable discussion is to answer your question, Todd. Yes, I am recording this, and I'll post it out there. Interesting analytics is I'm getting more people logging in and viewing the recordings than actually check into the net. So I'm not sure how that works. Maybe it's repeat visitors, but you know, if people are new, I encourage you to go to Whiskey Hotel 6 Echo Tango Echo on YouTube. Just search my call sign and the channel will come up. A few minutes after this evening's net, I'll post the latest so you can hear what you actually sound like to everyone else. That's all I've got, Todd. Back to net control.
All right, WH6ETE, WH6DWF here with the ERC Nightly Net. And yes, I sent a link to that recording to Bob, WH6I, and I suggest that he put bigger gaps in his transmissions there to allow more people to check in without causing train wrecks. And he thanked me for that, and I'm sure he's listening. And he's doing much better, but it's hard to break bad habits, it seems. But it takes a little bit of work, but you'll get used to it. Same thing when I was net control on the from here for the Wednesday morning Big Island net on 2 meters. They were so they were quick keying so much that they got used to it, and I had to. Because of the links, they had to learn how to put gaps in their transmission so that everyone could check in. And became nice, tidy, and organized. And I ended up having the most check-ins each week. Because they have a net on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But we haven't had that link in a long time now. But thanks a lot there, Brian. Thanks for checking in. And let me go ahead and reset here to do the weather reports. Stand by. All right, as Perry alluded to, we do have a small craft advisory until 6 a.m. tomorrow, but will probably be renewed. And we have a high surf. Well, we downgraded from a high surf warning to a high surf advisory until 6 p.m. tomorrow. But we have a storm to the northwest of us that could give us another boost in our surf. And yes, it's mainly for east and north shores, but you know, you can still go out with a longboard in Waikiki no matter what. So anyway, currently right now it's 73 degrees, fair, dew point 65 degrees, humidity 74%, and winds out in northeast at 6. Lower the winds, higher the humidity. And we're supposed to have this kind of weather for the rest of the week. But the next 3 days we could have pop-up showers. Nothing really that measurable, but we could use the rain. So, and you don't have to spend spend money on the water bill if we get the rain consistently, you know, for 15, 20 minutes each day. So that's all I have for the time being. And let me go back to Perry. KA6LK, he wanted to give his announcement, and I think Wade is going to have to be ready with a pen and paper to copy this down. So, Perry, come on in. The net's yours.
Thank you, Todd. KA6LK. Well, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Mililani, Hawaii State, would like to invite everyone to their Emergency Preparedness and Amateur Radio Field Day to be held this coming Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The address is 951039 Meheula Parkway in Mililani. It's right across the street from the post office. It's opposite of the post office. Come and learn about being prepared and how to communicate when the grid is down. There will be various presentations by government entities and community organizations specializing in emergency preparedness. This is a must-attend event to get your families ready for all kinds of disasters. Are you ready? Come and learn. And also, we're going to have an amateur radio field day outside on the patio of the building. Some of the things you can learn about is why amateur radio, radios and equipment, antenna displays, repeaters, using 40 meters for inter-island communications, Echolink, all-star digital communications, emergency operations, how to communicate with your family without a phone, and the list goes on and on. But we'd like to invite everyone to come, bring your friends, and get ready to be prepared. On another subject, opposite of that, our church does a lot in the area of welfare, and we have our church owns huge farms all over the country. I think we own the largest, if I'm not mistaken, one of the largest ranches in the world down in Florida to produce meat for those in need. And we give it freely to anybody, regardless of creed, race, or whatever. If they need food, we can get it to them. So we also have canneries and all over the country, produce raisins, peaches, you name it, for those that are in need. So, and we also have each bishop has a storehouse, and we have that storehouse is located in Kali. It's on Beckley Street. It's a little small building, and in there we fill orders for the bishop. It's really interesting. It's a store that doesn't use any money. All you need is an order from an ordained bishop, and we fill your order, and you're good to go. But we'd like to thank you, Todd, there for running the net, and invite everybody to come out Saturday, learn how to be better prepared. And I guess we'll turn it back to net control. K86LK. Mahalo.
Well, thank you very much there, Perry, and you definitely entertained us tonight, so thank you very much. And let me go back to KI5BWE. Wade, was your question just answered? Over to you there, Wade.
Kilo India 5 Victor Whiskey Echo. Affirmative. Yep, he was able to answer it. Thank you very much, Todd, and thank you, Perry. Kilo India 5 Victor Whiskey Echo.
Well, thank you very much there, Wade, for participating tonight. And you know, Brian, I forgot to tell you. Something you said, and I was like, here's your sign. Oh, boy. Yeah, I missed that opportunity there. So, anyway, let's make this, let's see if we have any additional check-ins, comments, questions, or rechecks before I close the net. Please call now.
This is November Victor 2 Tango on the 880 machine, just in and out, and a great net tonight listening. NBCC, Jim, thank you.
A6MU comment.
All right, at 2010 hours, HST, this WH6DWF here with the ERC Night Net. And I'd like to acknowledge November Victor 2 Tango, James, Jim, Big Jim. No one messes Big Jim. Anyway, thanks a lot there, Jim. I like James. James just got a nice ring to it. And let's go to a recheck station, Alpha Hotel 6 Mike Uniform. Bob, go ahead with your recheck. And after Bob, I'll call for one more chance to check-ins. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Roger. This is A6MU. I just wanted to give Brian thank you out there for his YouTube channel. Yeah, it's pretty awesome listening to people coming in through, on the EARC web and checking out signals going into different repeaters. That's one of the reasons why I check into the 7.6. It's interesting to hear propagation differences and whatnot, but that's an awesome recording, awesome setup. It gives people a way of gauging their audio too. If you're concerned with audio levels on your HT or mobile. Anyhow, that's about it. Back to net control from A6MU.
AH6MU, W860WF, I concur. And I forgot to mention to Perry that he mentioned Echolink. You know, Henry out there in Wahiwa, KH7 Whiskey Mike, he's got a repeater out there. I think it's 145410, PL tone 103.5. I could be wrong on that, but I think I'm pretty close. He's also an Echolink, so you could actually listen to his repeater on your handheld and talk on it on Echolink. And I think every ham out there should have Echolink on their phone. It does come in Android and iOS, so it's a very viable tool. And we used to have the 146.800 machine connected to our system here with a link into Echolink. We used to have a lot of hams here check in while they're on vacation on the mainland and stuff, and we used to have a number of check-ins from Australia and one from the UK who has a YouTube channel, and he's got a UK call and a Hawaii call, and was a snowbird here. So, yeah, he used to check in the net here every night and then go back to UK and time it to where he can check into our net, even though it's very late where he was at. So, anyway, let's see. Let's go for last call for any check-ins, comments, questions, rechecks. Before I close the net, please call now.
K86LK with a comment.
All right, I gave it a good long pause for the cause here. I did pick up KH6LK, Perry, and I know he's going to comment about Echolink. Go ahead there, Perry.
Actually, I was going to comment about All-Star. We have a Wahiwa All-Star repeater, been up and running for a while now. Its frequency is 147.270 with a negative shift and a PL tone of 100. It's located in Wahiwa Heights. Pretty much the coverage is out to Waterfront Park, all of Eva Beach, down to Kaina Point, most of the North Shore, unless you get close to the mountains. It's got Pupukea, gets into Laie, and I have gotten into it from Waimanalo. But it's just another repeater you can use. It also has the All-Star nets over it, or broadcast over it too, and you can check in. So that's 147.270 with a negative shift, PL tone 100, and it's an open repeater. Anybody can go ahead and use it. And we like to get more use out of it. That's what we put it up there for. Hey, thank you, Todd, for a terrific job on the net. And back to you, K86LK.
All right, K6LK, W860WF. Well, very good. And I'm glad you mentioned the repeater frequency again. And I was kind of wondering, 147, that's usually a positive PL tone, but I've seen where a lot of people do the negative, so it all depends on how you set up your repeater. It still works. Anyway, thanks a lot. Anyone else before I close the net, please call now.
WH6HBR question.
WH6HBR, Dario, go ahead with your question. I hope I can answer it.
I hope you can too, Todd, or somebody on the net. So on Sundays there's a net. I've picked it up on that 800 repeater multiple times around 3:30. There's some news, and then I think around 4 there's a Hawaii mainland all-star net. But I don't hear it every Sunday. Am I mistaken that it's every Sunday, or am I just not picking the signal up? Over. Back to you, Todd. WH6HBR.
WH6HBR, WH60WF. Well, you know what? I used to be one of the net controls for that when I lived in Waikiki on the 20th floor. And I had options to check in to Blake's repeater on Maui, and then there was another ham out there in Waianae. Had to connect it there, and I could hit that one easy. And then Randy, KH6IB, also had a link in there too. And the 800 machine used to have it also. Yeah, the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Link. And they would have stations checking in from basically all over the world. So I don't know why it's not on there every Sunday, but I do know this net does run every Sunday. And I also know that when I couldn't get into the repeaters for whatever reason, I would get on there on Echolink. So just next time you listen, copy down some of the call signs that are checking in from the mainland. And usually they have their All-Star link in there, and you can get on their link through Echolink. So that's one way of finding out how to get in. But Echolink is usually a pretty sure bet. So, but yeah, it's kind of like you got a network to get in. You got to figure out who's got the link in there, and there's stations that are very consistent every week. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that's the best answer I can give you there, Dario. Anything else?
86MU comment.
86MU, go ahead with your comment there, Bob. Hopefully you can help Dario there.
Yeah, Roger, Dario, and whoever's listening. Yeah, I try to participate when I can, and sometimes I can't quite participate, but there's a handful of repeaters I do listen to that most of the time participate in that. There's Billy's repeater, and Henry's repeater is usually linked up to that, and one Perry just mentioned is also linked up. And yes, the 800, it's nice when that one's linked up because it has great coverage into the, into the Honolulu area. But last week, it for some reason was not linked up. But I was able to get in through the 14678 repeater, which is I guess the K86BB repeater. I know it has recently been relocated to, I think, either up on the hills of Pearl City or Aiea area, and sometimes that works for me, but that was working last during the weekend, so it was linked up there. But so it's kind of spotty sometimes. You can also get into it through I think the 14666 in Kaneohe side, and if you're up high enough, or you can sometimes get in through the Molokai repeater, which is the 145-370. Anyhow, back to net control. I hope that helps you, Dario. This is AH6MU.
86LK, comment.
6LK, W860WF here with the ERC Nightly Net. Go ahead with your comment. And do you know the PO tone? Well, I'll ask Bob that after you're done there, Perry.
Okay, Dario. You can also get it on Echolink on these stations here that are located in Hawaii. K86IN. Wayne has an Echolink, so it's K86IN-L for the link. And Randy has another link to K86IB-link. And there's a bunch more, but I only use those two here because they're local in Hawaii. And we also have a net on Monday night using the same All-Star net at 8:30, and that's basically a bunch of people in Hilo, and then they open up the net to everybody. We do a net in Wahiwa on the same system I do it on Wednesday nights at 8, and then I have another guy that does it on Saturday nights at 7. We do a local, a smaller net for the people in the Wahiwa and the Central Oahu community. So you're always welcome to come in. But there's a whole bunch of ways. And also, if you go to, you type in, do a search for Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net, then you can get a lot more information about the net and all the repeaters that it's on. But thank you, Todd. Back to you, K86LK.
All right, K86LK, W860WF. I was going to comment that K86BB is the USS Missouri, the Mighty Mo. And I think right now they're doing repairs over there, and I think Jim W86Q. Yeah, W86Q Jim. I think he relocated the repeater temporarily at his house. So he's up on the hill from the Missouri. So I think he's about 2 miles away, but from what I remember, nice gentleman to talk to. And also KH7MU Dennis. He can also probably give you a lot of information too about the radio room on the USS Missouri. And from what I understand, it's pretty easy for us to get on there as guests and operate the radio room. So you got to sign in. I think you're supervised the first time you go there, but then after that, as long as you bring a copy of your license, they let you go at it. So let's see. Bob, WH86MU. The Molokai repeater, do you remember the PL tone, the 145370? Over to you there, Bob.
Yeah, Roger. I believe that's 110 point. What is it? I got it. Here I can scroll on it. Yeah, Molokai repeater is 110.9 as the PL tone on that one. Over.
Roger that. Yeah, almost all the repeaters on Maui and Molokai are 110.9. So thank you very much. All right. We'll make this one final call for check-ins, comments, or rechecks. Please call now.
Hello, Hotel 7, Whiskey Mike. Henry, in and out. Thanks for taking the net there, Todd.
Well, there goes the neighborhood. You know, it's funny, Henry, we're just talking about your repeater. And I'm glad you checked in. Can you give us the frequency and peak? 145410, PL tone 103.5. But I could be wrong there, Henry. They were talking about getting on Echolink and listening in on your repeater on the radio. Can you fill us in on the information about your repeater there, Henry? Back to you, WH6DWF.
7 Whiskey Mike. Wow, I'm surprised the net was still going there. I'm glad I caught it if it's still going. My repeater is 145410. PL tone is 103.5. That's correct there, Todd. Go ahead.
All right, well, thank you very much there, Henry. And they were talking about preparedness fair and field day out in Miliani on the 29th, which is this coming Saturday. So just make sure that repeater's on and full power. Thanks a lot there, Henry, checking in. And with no more check-ins, this is Net Control closing the ERC Nightly Net. We'd like to thank all the stations for checking in and participating this evening. Please join us tomorrow night for another ERC Net session with Bob, W86I. Be sure to check into his net, and right after Bob's net is Dr. Frank's Swap and Shop. So I'll now return his repeaters back to normal amateur use. Until next time, Aloha 73. Y'all have a great night. This is WH6 DWF Clear on the 146.98 machine. Aloha.